doesn't even need an introduction. Over 1,300 licenses, already making $2.5 million on an annual basis. Think about this, that's $200,000 on a monthly basis. He told me, hey, don't say the money, but I had to do it. All right, he has over 1,300 licenses. The MVP from yesterday, my good friend, no other than, on your feet, loudest ovation ever, Rohit Mehta!
ਦੇਖਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਅਖੀਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਕੋਈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਰਜਾਵੇ ਐਸਾ ਸੀਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਕੋਈ ਫਕਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਰਗਾ ਫਕੀਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਕੋਈ ਹਰਾਮ ਦੀ ਕਮਾਈ ਦੀ ਲਕੀਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਕੋਈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਨਾ ਮਰੇ ਸਰੀਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਕੋਈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੁੱਕਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੈਣੋਂ ਐਸਾ ਹੀਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਕੋਈ ਹਾਰਡ ਵਰਕ ਕੇ ਤਕਦੀਰ ਨਾ ਘਲੋਈ ਵੱਟੇਗਾ ਵੀ ਉਹੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅੱਜ ਜਾਨਾ ਬੋਲੀ ਸ਼ੁਕਰ ਹੈ ਰੱਬਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ ਬੜਾ
Big step, big impact, $1 billion company. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. WFG, are you excited? Thank you. You know, if you believe in it, everything is miracle, and if you don't, nothing is miracle. Imagine, few months ago, our leadership, God had given them that seed in their mind to do this convention at Arena, where nobody believed in them other than them, and they believed it. In life, your success determines your association, and when we are around these people, our success is guaranteed. So give a huge round of applause to Raja and Jazz Dhaliwal for their incredible leadership. Isn't that a miracle? Because, see, God doesn't come to us directly. He always comes in the form of a source. Second, when I talk about miracle, somebody like myself come from, raised by a single father. When my mom passed away when I was 6-year-old, and living in a 2-bedroom mud house where 1 bedroom is rented, and all our life we grew, we were always thinking that why us? And same person, first person in our whole family ever took a flight, and I took that flight end of 2010 to come to Canada. And this company gave us an opportunity where my first 58 appointments, we did not get the result. I was so introvert. When I used to give appointments to people, I will look down, because if I look at them, I will forget what I'm talking about. My first presentation, I said World Financial Bank instead of World Financial Group. And never believed that people like us can win big. And isn't that a miracle that on the same person, 1,500 people got registered to come to this convention, because of that belief. We truly appreciate our team. Thank you so much for your belief. If we need to learn about miracle, think about it. One of the biggest creatures by Almighty is tree. We can learn so much from a tree. Tree give us shadow, tree give us fruits, and tree also at the last time give us the wood to burn. But behind that biggest creature, there is somebody who planted a seed. That is big step that can make a big impact. Anybody in this room is ready to take that decision to make that big step for your family. Anybody ready? Right, so that is a miracle, everybody. My journey started, came to Canada end of 2010. From 2012 to 2014, this opportunity came in our life 5 times. I was so skeptical, and I said no 5 times. And 2014, when I started, as I said, it took me 58 appointments to get our first result in the business. And I was very skeptical, and I still remember, after a few appointments, I talked to somebody. They said, Rohit, don't go to WFG, they will scam you. And trust me, I stopped coming to the training. Anybody ever done this? So I stopped coming to the training, and I stopped taking the call from my mentor. And on one fine day, my mentor dropped by at my home. And I was sitting like this, I was talking to him like this, and He said, what happened? And I said, I heard, that they said WFG will scam you. And some of you might remember in Hindi serials, whenever they say something shocking word, they look at like them 3 times. Anybody remember? So my trainer looked at me like, what? And he looked at me like, he said, what do you have to be scammed at? You are broke, right? That was me. So 2014, started our journey, went to our first convention, 2014 Vegas, and all that convention, I kept telling myself, I don't belong here, because growing up, we never thought that people like us deserve to win at the highest level. But that day, at that convention, God speak to me and say, why not you? And 11 years ago, that journey started, and with the grace of God, that has become a story, that with the grace of God has inspired many people over a period of time. So your story can inspire many. Growing up, coming from a average family, average in studies, average in height, average in look, like all our life, we were average, living in a below average area. And all we had is that bulldog mentality. Bulldog mentality, because I still remember in my school I went to, there were some needy students, somebody used to give their fee. And I went to my teacher, I said, how can I qualify for that fee that somebody gave for poor students? And I still remember my teacher told me, she said, you guys are poor, but not that poor. So I did not know, is it a compliment or what she is trying to say? But I'm so glad, I'm so honored. I'm not, like material things come in your life. But one of the things, I thank God every single day that in the same school, right now we have a charitable trust on my dad's name. And because I know I have 2 names, my first name and my last name. What I do for my first name is an option, it is a success. But what I do for my last name is my duty. Why? Because the first name has been given to me after coming to this world, and the last name has been given to me before I was born. So what I do for that last name matters so much to me. And few years ago, I promised myself, as I said, average, I'm not very educated, not very smart, not very intelligent. But few years ago, we promised ourselves that for our last name, we are and we will be the last man standing who will change the stars of this family's last name. So today, sitting in this arena, you can decide to be the difference maker, to be that person who will change the stars of your last name forever. Anybody ready for it? Yes. 2017, my wife, you just see my wife and my son. My wife quit her nursing, not on faith or not on confidence, but just on faith, because we are thinking about long term. And with the grace of God, that has been one of the best decisions we have ever taken. So, everybody, I'm going to say a few times in my discussion that who are you? Because Rajapaji have given us the plan for SMD 100,000, and I believe every one of us is SMD 100,000 now. It is just next 90 days, we need to do the job done. So when I'm going to say, who are you? You say SMD and 100,000. And when I say, what is your dream? You say CEO and $500,000. Is that a deal? Let's start, let's do one time practice. Who are you? Who are you? What's your dream? Do that action. Take that action, because in your prayer, what is your definition of I or we? If everybody is selfish, if in you are selfish, it is only about you, you are selfish. If it is about you and your family, great. If it is about you and your team, more great. In Raja and Jazz Dhaliwal, in their I, in their we, the whole world comes in their I and we. That is where it shows the contribution. So what is your definition of I? Everybody stand up. Let's wrap up here. See, we don't have any disability. We just need to start believing
in our God-given ability. One hiker was climbing Mount Everest. He reached a good summit, he just did not reach the top. While coming back, he looked at the peak of the mountain, Mount Everest. He said, "You cannot grow, I can grow." This Rogers Place was at this time, it was a trailer. January, we will have the full house, 20,000 people. So I request everybody, look around and say after me, Rogers Place, you cannot grow. We can grow. Let's all look around. Rogers Place, you cannot grow, but we can grow. Rogers Place, you cannot grow, but we can grow. Rogers Place, you cannot grow, but we can grow. God bless everybody. We are about to make a historical announcement. Stay behind, stay seated for a couple of minutes. Let's bring it on. The most visionary and missionary man, our mentor, the biggest source by Almighty, Raja Dhaliwal.
All right, are you ready for big announcements? All right, this is a movement time. Take your seat.